It was $35,000.
$35,000 cash money?
No, I give $35,000 plus one, right?
The one I gave.
No, you gave me six, though, right? There was one. I had one. It was six, and then 35,000 plus one plus six leaves seven. $35,000 and seven, right? Motherfucker, can you buy that?
I'm a gorgeous woman. That's not me being egotistical or narcissistic. It's just a fact. I'm a knockout. I have confidence and je ne sais quoi that is, you know, unmistakable in my pheromones and my chemistry and the way I walk. I am divine feminine energy.
It was $35,000.
$35,000 cash money?
No, I give $35,000 plus one, right?
The one I gave.
No, you gave me six, though, right? There was one. I had one. It was six, and then 35,000 plus one plus six leaves seven. $35,000 and seven, right? Motherfucker, can you buy that?
Greetings, y'all. This message is for Monique's son, Shalom. Sir, cut it out. Cut it out. Now, let me start by saying I don't like Monique. You know, she's not my cup of tea, and I've called her out several times. And I have 2 videos I'm going to be doing on her when I get finished with this one. However, Shalom, more people understand what you may be going through than you think, all right? But let me say this to you. I see you. I'm pretty sure I'm not the only one, okay? We see you. You're definitely using this for a come up, okay? You rubbed your hands together, you said I'm going in, and you know, I hope it sticks. And it's stuck, right? Because there's a lot of people out here who are suffering and who are in misery and just opt not to heal, that are going to cheer you on. And they say, oh, you sound so articulate. That is the #1 comment that you're getting, I guess, in your favor, that you are so articulate, right? And I've watched enough of you speak to know that that's how you talk. That's how you've always talked, right? So you're used to it. And you've also been through your life with people saying you are articulate a lot. Yeah. And, you know, you have a roller coaster of feelings about it. Yeah. Because that's just what you know. Okay. And it's just, what's the word? Because I really don't, I mean, there's so many of y'all telling him this. I don't want you to feel like I'm here to insult. But at the same time, you know, if you speak like Fannie Willis on a regular, then yeah, you're going to find him articulate. And he is articulate. But just because you find something you like about somebody, that doesn't mean you should encourage them to do things that hurt more than help. Okay? I thought he fell off the mic. Hurt more than help. And what y'all are encouraging him to do is not necessarily clear enough. So I want to be clear about something. All right? I went back and saw that, yes, your mother has been using you for content. She has been, you know, talking about you on her comedy shows. And I also heard her say, you know, back then she wasn't even thinking about trying to be a mother. Okay, it's a hard one, but Monique and Precious is Monique in real life, you know. And like you said, that's, you used to it, right? You are. So I hear you about all these years. Yes, okay, you're right on that. She has been, and she's wrong for that. Okay, but at the same time, you talking about the Shannon Sharp show, like, okay, that was the last straw. All right, cool. But at the same time, as I said in my previous video that I did to Monique, she should have made sure that that question was off limits. That way she don't even have to address it. Because the people you're talking about, and that's you, Shalom, in this case, you're going to have the option to either get offended, get upset. She didn't say the right thing. She didn't say enough. She shouldn't have said nothing. Blah, blah, blah. You know? And what you said when you came out was that, you know, you don't really have any intentions on her being in your life and her being in your daughter's life. Okay. Some of us can't see that, yes, you want to hurt your mother, but at the same time, you're trying to get a come up. And I believe that your feelings are genuine. Let's say that. All right. And I believe that a lot more people, like I said, understand you than you think, right? And can relate than you think. All right. Especially when it comes to us. Especially when it comes to us. Somebody came in my comment section recently and said, oh, I have to make it about race. Listen, that shit don't work with me. I'm not MeTX, but that's another video. I'm not going to argue with y'all because you try to say I'm making something about race. Everything is about race. And at the end of the day, moving right along, Shalon, our people above anyone, we know very well about that dysfunction amongst us, in our families, and amongst each other, period. No one has it like we do. So don't act like you're alone, because you're not. Okay? You're not alone. However, what you don't see is people out here trying to be another Eminem. Eminem? I don't know how to say his name. But the way he went in on his mom, that's not a common thing. People not going viral for that, okay? But that's their boy. See, I'm making it about race again. That was their boy, so it's on them how they handle it, you know? However, we don't think for a second, sir, that regardless of how wrong Monique is, and, you know, we gonna call her out on that. You're gonna have some people that's gonna, you know, egg her on, and it's clear you don't like that. Okay, neither do I, because she keep on, I'm gonna stay out on her tail too. All right, now I believe that you also need this come up, okay? And I'm not saying it to I'm just calling it like it is, like I see it. I see that you need this come up. Okay, cool, you've already done what you done. I think you was wrong for coming out here and calling out your mom. Okay, y'all relationship has been difficult, and you say y'all haven't spoken in a long time. The Shannon Sharp interview, she was asked a question, and at the end of the day, son, I'm gonna keep it real with you. Monique is trash, in my opinion. All right, she got problems. Okay, and I'll be happy to tell her what I believe, what I perceive, and what I see that her problems are, and I'm gonna let her know, you know, that I feel like she beyond wrong. And Monique is older than me, you know, not way older, but she's older than me. So I'm really gonna be hot on her head about the way she dealing with this situation. But at the end of the day, you know, you did your video walking to go get a podcast book because people telling you should do a podcast. Everybody's saying you should do a podcast, and you eating it up. Okay, you wasn't posting like that before you came and talked about your mom. You wasn't, but since then you're trying to post, and you're what, 30s? It's your responsibility. You're responsible for you at the end of the day. Okay, you made your point. I know that people understand what you're doing, and some people are even trying to tell you you're right, but at the end of the day, you're wrong. And, you know, nobody's going to have to deal with that but you. Nobody. Because that's the womb you came out of. That's the womb you came out of, and nobody is excusing nothing, but that's the womb you came out of. And what we're not going to keep doing is showing the world how we don't know how to do nothing but be dysfunctional. We're not going to keep doing that. Do your podcast, get your money, get your bread, take care of your family. I understand. However, you're going to have to elevate. I'm going to call BS on you, just like I'm kind of doing now, and the same way that I'm going to continue to do with your mother. You know, the woman that gave birth to you and carried you? I mean, she did at the end of the day. And you may not have came out and tried to like expose, you know, dirty things about her and situations, and came out and, you know, was like, be this or whatever, you know, just really, really disrespecting her. And, you know, from the bottom of my heart, I want to thank you for not carrying on that way. I really do. But I'm gonna say it again. I feel like you're wrong, and it needs to stop. One of y'all gonna have to stop. She probably ain't gonna stop. All right, but Monique is way older than you. She's older than me, and that's how she is. I've always seen her in this light. It's just a lot of people don't want to hold her accountable. But again, it's a lot of hurt and broken people out here too. All right, it was a lot of people who, you know, I felt like they understood where Eminem was coming from. I guess that's how you say his name. And, you know, was kind of proud of him or bigging him up for, you know, having the guts, quote unquote, to go in on his mom like he did and get it off his chest. And I guess that's what he felt like he needed to do. But look where they at now. You know, time, You can't get that back. Everybody grows old and everybody's gonna die. And life is lifing out here for everybody, not just you and your mother. It's lifing for everybody. And you're old enough and you seem to be intelligent enough. People, transfer that, or you being articulate to being highly intelligent, that you get it. All right, you get it. No matter how hard it hurts, you get it. And you understand that she's damaged. She's been damaged. I mean, your mom, and my heart goes out to you again, is running around here calling this man daddy and saying he raised her. I think it's super dysfunctional, even though I kind of, from a psychological aspect, understand what she's saying and why she's saying that. But it turns my stomach to hear it every single time. And I don't like the way your mother has treated you throughout this situation. And we all see it. We all see it clear as day, and we see where Sydney's the problem at. We see all that, okay? But you getting hurt, she getting hurt, but you really getting hurt, and you know it. We know it. You really getting hurt, and it's not something you can laugh off. I haven't seen that you're hilarious. It just doesn't. I mean, when someone is truly funny, it just comes off of them. Somebody, people are suggesting that you try to spar up with her in jokes or whatever, or something to that effect. People have different versions of that type of advice that they've given. But comedy is not your thing. I don't know what your thing is. I'm not sure that you know what your thing is, because we would see it. We would see it. I see a little bit of awkwardness. I see some uncomfortableness, and I see somebody who's struggling, just like most of the world is struggling. You're not by yourself. Okay, a lot of people are hurting out here, especially nowadays, and we can see that. All right. But what we don't need to do is to continue to encourage the dysfunction amongst us and the improper ways that we, quote unquote, deal with our hurt. All right. And that mother and son thing is no joke. It's no joke. I would never encourage either one of y'all, either way on this, to continue doing what you're doing. Both of y'all need to stop. All right. But do your thing. Just know that some of us see you. Okay. We see that you are using this as an opportunity, to try and, build yourself something. Take care of your family. Take care of your family. But do it in healing, okay? Like your fake mama over here, I love us for real. No, you step into whatever man you're supposed to be and whatever you're led to do with this attention that you've gotten now, all right? And don't be out here in the world bashing your mother. Most people gonna pull you in and want to talk to you because they want you to talk about your mother. And Monique got nothing but enemies out here. I don't care what nobody say. These fake fans who be giving her bad advice and don't want to hold her accountable, you don't count. Okay, this girl is out here and she is an outsider, and she don't know how to do nothing but make enemies. All right, so people gonna want you to talk about your mom, and you need to find the proper ways to deal with your mother situation professionally and discreetly, and walk in your manhood, because that your daughter, okay, who just in a couple of years, she's gonna start to be old enough to understand the bickering between you two, okay, and she's gonna see how she's handling it. She's gonna see how you're handling it, and you two make up her identity. Okay, you make up her identity. You are part of who she is. And as she see you guys and how you're behaving, then she's going to have to internalize all of that. No matter what you say to her, she's going to have to internalize all of that on her own. And it's impossible for what you guys are doing to not hurt her. She's already suffering from it because she don't get to see y'all in a good, healthy relationship. And she doesn't get to have a good, healthy relationship with your mom and whoever else, brothers or whatever, that she don't get to see y'all being a family. And as long as you contribute to that and keep contributing to that, then you're contributing to the damage of your own daughter. And one day, you're going to be on opposite sides of this. You're going to have her asking you questions as to, why you guys can handle this differently. See, your mother is, I don't want to use the word celebrity, but she out here. She got fans. She's doing things. And she's carrying on battles, making enemies. That's a dangerous situation for you as her son. There is no other relationship that is more dangerous to your mother than yours. None of your other brothers. You are the most dangerous individual for your mom. And honestly, it's vice versa. It's vice versa. And both of you guys know that there is no way for you guys to keep doing this without really hurting each other. Okay, I'm talking about really hurting each other, and there's nobody that can hurt her like you, and there's nobody that can hurt you like her. Both of y'all know this. But what's her name? Monique? Yeah. Not a fan. I forget Monique exists until she come out with some more drama. Okay, until she come out with some more drama. And you've seen her your whole life, but you see how she's responded to this. Okay, you took the chance and you see how she's responded, and she cutthroat. Okay, she cutthroat, and she got Sydney, who is cutthroat as well, and he is her God. He is her daddy, as she say. He is raising her. Okay, so you don't want to go up against that. You don't want to go up against that. Neither one of y'all gonna win, but she gonna hurt your feelings every time. Okay, she gonna hurt your feelings, and we're gonna keep seeing the hurt on you, and we see it. And brother, I support you healing. We all do, and we want you to go heal. All right, and when you get out here, take the time and go deep within and find that thing. That's your thing. Find that passion, find that hobby, find your skills, build it up, fine tune yourself, and come out here and go for it. All right, you can do. The world is your oyster, but talking about your mom, that's gonna be a no. And I'm not gonna encourage it. I know a lot of people that aren't gonna encourage it. I've seen a few people, and shout out to the brothers especially, that said, nah, this ain't it. Okay, and being that you had a difficult relationship with your mom, I can't speak on your dad. What y'all said wasn't even enough, and it's not my business. Your mama and your business is not my business. It's not nobody's business, but y'all put it out here and you brought it out here. And, to be honest with you, Sean, you and Monique are an extension of us. We don't have to claim each other, but in their eyes and everybody else's eyes, they lock us in together. Okay, so what they see from any of y'all is what they attribute to all of us. All right, and it's not, the times are too bad for that. Times are too bad for that, but it's not that bad to where you think that you need to come out here and try to go at it with your mom. Because I don't care how respectful people are trying to tell you that you're actually battling with your mom. Okay, and so this is enough. Y'all can stop. She said F you. You said you really ain't trying to have her in your life, okay, and because you want to hurt her. And listen, Monique gonna hurt you harder than you gonna hurt her. Okay, I don't think you really got it in you. I'm gonna be honest with you, and I think a lot of people can agree with me on that. I don't think you have it in you to go toe to toe with Monique. And listen, you know this, but your mother is delusional. Okay, she's highly delusional. All right, she does not understand how wrong she be, not just with you, but in general. She doesn't understand that. Look at how many people, and she still doesn't understand that. And she's in vogue, never gonna get it. All right, so what I'm trying to tell you is she gonna hit you harder than she's hit Oprah, Tyler, any of them. She gonna tear you up the worst because of the simple principle is how she say she effed for you. I mean, that was her response, bro. You gonna have to stop. You're gonna have to stop. You're gonna have to stop. And then we're gonna have to get on you. We're gonna have to get on her. Because I'm saying it, there is no way we're gonna sit back and encourage you and your mom to continue to do this. No matter if people are saying you have a right to tell your story and all that, because they want to live vicariously through you too. They want to have you say things that they can sit back and pretend that that's them saying to someone in their lives. But again, everybody is responsible for themselves. Everything starts from within. All right, it starts from within. And you're not going to come on here. Okay, I'm going to repeat myself. You're not going to come on here and then bring your daughter on and, in all your hurt, and try and sound like, and let people gas you up to like you're being the higher person and you're justifying what you're doing and all that kind of stuff. I mean, we got a lot of grievances. A lot of people have a lot of grievances. And I understand that you being Monique's child and you being that same age that, a couple of my children are. So I'm closer to Monique's age. So I would have to say that you think your generation thinks that you had it tough. Okay. But, generations before us, you have, in my opinion, an obligation to really do investigation on what the people before you went through, because you have to try to get to the root of where it came from, because you cannot experience so much hurt and pain and abuse and neglect and all that kind of stuff and just dysfunction, right, in your life from people who are supposed to be your blood family. All right, much less how we are as a people all together. But you cannot experience all that and try and just like take the easy way out by saying, oh, you was a bad mother, you was a bad father. Okay, I can do it. So many people can do it. All right, we really can. And I'm not even gonna really get into that just hopefully yet, because I'm not letting up on y'all too. As long as y'all bring it out here, I'm gonna say something about it, because this is not good. I don't care who tries to agree with which side. Monique, you, none of that. We don't agree with none of it. That's just the only stance to take. All right, ain't nobody justified for nothing. Both of y'all are grown and you should know better, and you're gonna have to do better. It is your responsibility to do better. You have a daughter coming behind you, so you can't just justify things just because your emotions. You can't just justify things just because You know, you want to, and it's never going to make you feel better. Okay. You're going to fall hard into the wrong trap with people using you to hurt Monique and to further hurt your mother and son relationship, to further hurt, you know, the perception of us out here, to further hurt the examples that we are showing, you know, the youth and other people who really steal a child inside because they have so much healing to do. All right. So since you call this attention to yourself, you have a responsibility with that attention. All right. Whatever you're going to talk about on your podcast, let it not be Monique. All right. You need to make that topic off limits like she should have did. All right. And deal with that behind the scenes, but not allow people to use that for their benefit, because that's all anybody's after nowadays. What benefits them? That is all anybody is after these days. And you are so vulnerable because you are hurt. So that leaves you a lot of room to allow yourself to really internalize people trying to encourage certain things from you as it's what you need to do. You need to get it out. You said in your first video that you needed to do that, or your second, that you felt like that's something you needed to do. And yes, you told yourself that, but I'm never going to agree with you on that. Okay, I'm never going to agree with you on that. I'm not going to challenge, you know, what you may be going through and what you have went through. All right. And although we've all had our fair share in our own stories, our own situations, nobody's been in your actual situation. Right. So we can't say, even if we had a super similar story, we're not you. So we cannot say, you know, what you're feeling and what you have felt. But it's about healing. You're going to have to figure that out. Some people spend the rest of their lives trying to figure that out. Okay, it's enough junk out here. It's enough hurt people. It's enough dysfunction out here. I'm not gonna sit by, okay, and sit back and watch the mother and the son do this here. No, this is a dangerous one. This is a dangerous one, and that's really all anybody need to be saying. This is this is not one that anybody need to be playing with, because everybody knows this. Everybody knows that there is nobody on the face of this earth living and breathing right now that can hurt Monique more than you. And there's nobody on the face of this earth that can hurt you more than your mother. Even if you try to deny it and you say, well, I have a daughter, I have a daughter's mother. Yeah, I'm pretty sure, you know, you can be hurt by them, right? In this moment, right now, there is nobody that can hurt you more than Monique. Nobody. And you're not going to sit up here and try and make me believe, much less, you know, a lot of other people, that what she is doing is not her. You're not going to make us think that, because Monique don't even have to think twice about what she's doing. Putting them text messages out there, even in the way you respond, I can tell you like, dang, she really did that. And then the stuff she said in her stand-up recently, I mean, I only heard a little clippet of it. I don't know if she did more than that. But, you know, saying the old lady came up to her and said, F that dude, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to be honest with y'all.